Loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Jets. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Hey, go here! Back 53! Back 53! Zero!
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. Flush to his right. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
4 down, tag 53! 59!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Jenkins coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Give me a radar. 4 down, tag 53.
Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
22! Hey, fly low!
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run it here. This is James White. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to fire one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Grover Quinn. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. 20! Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown as a Detroit Lion. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets making their way out. Last year, the impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after Week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach Todd Bowles demands that. But Sam Darnold, their #1 draft choice, he will be the key.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions heading out, coming off a 9-7 finish a season ago. Another year without a playoff victory. And we said it last season, Charles. Unbelievable. They've won only one playoff game since the 1957 NFL championship game back when you were in high school.
Junior high.
And that one win was way back in January of 1992.
They do have optimism, though, because this team has been building. And I thought that their draft of 2018 signaled that they really want to help their magnificent quarterback, Matthew Stafford, and take the pressure off of him to produce 5,000-yard passing seasons, because they drafted Kerryon Johnson, a running back out of Auburn, and in free agency got LeGarrette Blount, which signals to me that they want to play a little brute force football. They want to batter some people and take the ball out of the hands of Stafford so often. If they can do that, that'll allow them to slug it out with Green Bay and Minnesota for maybe a division title in the NFC North. And last but not least, you know who they beat in 57?
Who?
The Cleveland Browns. 2 teams trying to get back to their former glory.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
11. Hey, takes 2 right there.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust to the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to see where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
21.
Now a first down throw. Stafford out to the flat for Reddick. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play. Through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, it's White. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Buying time to his left. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. James White as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Lions. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Zero. Hey. Middle, let's go. Hey, takes 2 right there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey. Zero. Tag 50, tag 50.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, tag 50 left. Double, tag.
A final shot before the break. Stafford looking downfield for Joe. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go again with Cannon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Curse. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, tag 50 left. Zero.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Tag 32. 4 down. 32.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Check. Tag 57, ready.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Complete to Jones. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. 3rd down here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. He was looking for a new one there.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Second and 10, Stafford again. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Jumbo, jumbo.
Now Stafford. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Christian Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
50-50.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And this will be caught at the 30, and all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Detroit, 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Big 20, big 20. Hey, fly low.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Like, hey, 22.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ball, on the ball.
He'll get it up the middle. Kerryon Johnson better hold on to that football. That's the first touchdown of his NFL career. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Glover Quinn. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Lions, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start